Well, hello again. It's Chris Rubio talking at his computer to somebody, maybe. Listen, I'm sorry about the clickbait titles on these videos. They are kind of silly, but they seem to drive people to actually click. So I'm going to keep using them even though they're kind of silly. So forgive me. Here we go. The truth about Donald Trump. Um, and this is not an original idea, but I think it bears repeating. Whether you think he is the second coming of whatever deity you believe in, or he is 10 times as bad as Hitler and is the devil incarnate, uh, this Trump derangement, either for or against, is not about Donald Trump. It's about us. It's about the extremes that our culture has and is going to. This is silliness. This is silliness. Let me just back up a little bit. About, I don't know, 10, 12 years. Barack Obama was president. Before he even got into office, he was totally destroying the country. Of course, he hated America. He had death panels, going to put everybody in front of a death panel. He was going to put people in FEMA camps. And he was going to, he was a socialist. He was also a dictator. And he was going to declare martial law, suspend the election, and seize power and not leave office. That's what was believed about Obama at the time. Oh, he was also like a literal demon, like we're going to have 1,000 years of darkness kind of thing. Then there was Hillary Clinton, who you loved her or you hated her, right? But she was part of the QAnon thing. So she's part of the cabal of pedophile cannibals who were, drinking the blood of children and are the great evil democratic, the great evil Democrats, starting with slavery and ending with Hillary Clinton as the anointed monster Democrat. Then of course, there was good old Donald Trump, who is a wacky guy, but he was. And of course, January 6th was not a good thing, but that was much more a QAnon thing than a white supremacy thing. If anyone out there would want to do a little research. I was also told, was going to seize power, declare martial law, suspend the election, and not leave office. Someone recently told me that if he gets into office, again, he's going to start jailing reporters, journalists. As wacky as Donald Trump is, and I admit it, he's a wacky guy, and he tried stuff to stay in office. We all know he did. He's most likely gonna be the front runner, even with all these things. And people have been trying to. Oh, we're gonna get him. We're gonna get him. Look, he's a wacky guy, but this worship or deification or demonizing has been going on for too long. It's beneath us as a culture. It's childish. It's catastrophizing. My niece told me when Trump was running, he's going to blow up the world. Everybody on the left he's insane. Look, yes, he's a wacky guy, okay? But all of this, we have made politicians into the avatars for our collective looniness, our cultural leftism, or right-wing ideology, whatever it is. These people, they're politicians, and they do things we don't like and things we do like. And I swear to you, if you were to sit down and look at Trump policies or the Trump administration policies, if you even ever considered them, you might see some things you like. And if you sat down and looked at the Obama administration and some of the policies of the Obama administration, what he did and what he didn't do, you might actually find some things you like or dislike, vice versa. Because our government and our view of our politicians has to be more than they're the greatest or they're the devil. We have to move past this because there's going to be a time when Trump is no longer around. And heck, maybe it'll be his son who's running. And are we going to really go to more lunacy? Are we going to be talking 10 years from now when Kim Kardashian is running and against, I don't know, Jon Stewart or somebody else? Are we really going to keep playing this game? Are we really going to keep screaming at each other and being ginned up by the news and silliness? If we were just to stop and say, doesn't this seem a little silly? Like, what do these people actually do and what is the reality? Not the hearsay, not the what's going on in our heads. We're going to have to grow up. I've said for a long time that we're America is a culture in its adolescence. We're a country in its adolescence. And it's time to grow up and act like adults and stop with all the silly, or at least the people who are in the middle, who are sane and logical and sensible and mature, need to stand up and say, yeah, kids, enough. So that's my rant for tonight. As always, I'm Chris Rubio, asking you kindly to please think it over.